Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Diz Ability Show live. This week, coming to you from a hotel in Connecticut. Alright, so this week, I want to talk about when it's a good time to take a break. So, we, as we always say here on the channel, you can't always go willy nilly in the park without taking a breather. So, if you're someone like me who can't do a numerous amount of things without breaks in between, do what I do. It, like after or lunch or something like that, leave the park, go back to your hotel, take a nap, use the pool, just chillax. And then when you're ready, head back to the park to enjoy the rest of your day. That way, your batteries are fully charged for your evening or afternoon plans. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, the Disney's Christmas decorations go far beyond the parks. In fact, all the hotels get the full Christmas treatment as well. Because, as we always say here on the channel, the hotels are part of the fun. So this week, we're going to cover my top 5 hotel decorations at Disney. And just get out of the way, this year the Grand Floridian did not make the cut because they're not doing the gingerbread house this year. But number 5, Fort Wilderness. Now, we all know that Fort Wilderness had campers put up their decorations. Hi, Maddie Booth. Hello, Marcel Nagy and Kenton Todd. If you haven't subscribed, please do. So, we all know that campers at Fort Wilderness like to put up their own decorations. But, of course, Disney likes to decorate as well by decorating Pioneer Hall, not only outside but inside. We did a Hoop-Dee-Doo video 6 years ago, and it's beautiful in there. Number 4, is at Wilderness Lodge. So for the first time this year, they have added a miniature gingerbread house. No, I don't eat ganja. Hi, Octa's Raymond. Oh, I said that right? But anyway, so for the first time this year, Wilderness Lodge has this tiny little gingerbread house. Guess they ran out of time to do a full one. But it kind of makes sense with Whispering Canyon right next door. And it's kind of crazy. It's cute. It's cute. Number 3, the boardwalk. What's with all the dings, Kenton? All right, number 3, the boardwalk. So this year's special decoration at the boardwalk is a miniature display of the boardwalk itself, which is very cute. With Mickey and Minnie in the windows, it's very cute. And I know one year they did like a little candy amusement park thing. But you gotta give top notch to Disney for that. Number 2, the beach club. So every year, the beach club has this beautiful chocolate gingerbread carousel, and it's the 25th anniversary of it. So this year's theme is about the 25 years that it's been around, which is amazing. I mean, I love that carousel. It's probably one of the best decorations on property. And my number one hotel decor, the gingerbread castle at the Contemporary. So Disney's Contemporary Resort is the flagship hotel of Walt Disney World. Hello, Mohammed. So it's only fair that it gets a gingerbread castle with the Magic Kingdom right next door. And it's also a place where you can buy some shingles or stuff like that. It's very good. And like I said, I do miss the gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian. Hopefully they bring it back next year. But anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite hotel decor is at Disney. Hello, Sukhman Singh. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. So on both coasts, they have special holiday festivals. At Disney's California Adventure, it's Festival of Holidays, where they have holiday booths and stuff, and local groups, local bands performing. And at Epcot, it's Festival of the Holidays, which of course started yesterday with the holiday storytellers, Santa, and of course the candlelight processional. So let me know in the chat or in the comments which festival you prefer, Diz Festival of Holidays or Dat Festival of the Holidays. And now it's trivia time. So last week we asked, what classic movie did Wally love? Our loyal viewer, Patricia Dawson, gave us the correct answer, Hello Dolly, meaning that she is now 200 cool points away from becoming a mod. And now here is this week's trivia time question. What fraternity do Mike and Sully join in Monsters University? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. All right, and now it is time to let you guys know what Christmas specials you guys can be on the lookout for this week with this week's Christmas Special Roundup. Now, as always, these are my recommendations, and these are Eastern times. So if you're not living in the Eastern time zone, please check your local listings. So here is a look at what Christmas specials you guys can be on the lookout for this week. Give a hug to my best friend, Dickon Snyder. There you go. Anyway, so today, November 29th, on Cartoon Network, we have Scooby-Doo Haunted Holidays at 2 p.m. On Freeform, we have the 2009 Christmas Carol at 3:10 p.m., followed by the Jim Carrey Grinch at 5:15 p.m. On MeTV, A Very Merry Bugs Bunny Christmas at 9 a.m. On MeTV Tunes, we have the 1971 Christmas Carol at 6 p.m., followed by the Little Rascals Christmas Special at 6:30, followed by The Town Santa Forgot at 7, and A Jetson Christmas Carol at 7:30. And DBS has 24 hours of Elf. I don't know who made that legal. On tomorrow, Sunday, the 30th, on ABC, we have Prep and Landing at 8, followed by Prep and Landing Naughty vs. Night at 8:30, followed by the all-new Prep and Landing the Snowball Protocol at 9 p.m. Let's see, on FX, we have the 2009 Christmas Carol at 7, followed by Jingle All AM, followed by Jingle All the Way at 9, Jingle All the Way 2 at 11. They had a sequel. Followed by the Santa Claus at 1. Let's see. And now on Monday, December 1st, on ABC, The Wonderful World of Disney Magical Holiday Celebration at 8. Let's see, on AMC, we have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 8 p.m. Let's see, on Disney Channel, not much. On Disney XD, Prep and Landing, the Snowball Protocol at 7 p.m. Let's see, on Freeform, Richie Rich's Christmas Wish at 7 a.m., followed by Cricket on the Hearth at 10:30, followed by the Santa Claus at 11:30, then the Santa Claus 2 at 1:35, then the Santa Claus 3, The Escape Clause at 4, followed by Home Alone at 6, and Home Alone 2, Lost in New York at 8:25. Let's see, next up on Tuesday, the 2nd, we have Dancing with the Holidays, which is new at 8 p.m., which I'm sure is a special Christmas version of Dancing with the Stars. Followed by CMA Country Christmas at 9. On AMC, we have The Little Drummer Boy, Book 2 at 5:30 a.m., and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 5:45 p.m., followed by Elf at 8. On Boomerang, Bugs Bunny's Christmas Carol at 9:20 p.m., if you're up that late. On Disney Channel, we have Prep and Landing at 7, followed by Prep and Landing the Snowball Protocol at 7:30. Let's see, on Freeform, we have Love Actually at 10:30 a.m., The Nightmare Before Christmas at 1:35, followed by Home Alone at 3:10, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York at 5:40, and the Jim Carrey Grinch at 8:20. And next, let's see, on Wednesday the 3rd, on AMC, we have Frosty's Winter Wonderland at 5:15 a.m., and Elf at 6, and the Polar Express at 8. On Boomerang, Bugs Bunny's Christmas Carol at 5:20, followed by The Fright Before Christmas at 6:50 a.m., which is a Looney Tunes thing, and Christmas Flintstone at 10 a.m. On Freeform, they're re-showing The Wonderful World of Disney Holiday Spectacular at 10:30 a.m., followed by The Legend of Frosty the Snowman at 12:30, followed by The Santa Claus, and then The Santa Claus 2 at 4:05 p.m., then the Jim Carrey Grinch at 6:30. On NBC, we have Christmas in Rockefeller Center at 8 p.m. Hi, Elliot Perry. And Diego, right now we're going over this week's Christmas special roundup for you guys. On Thursday, the 4th, first of all, on ABC, there will be the Celebrity Family Feud with the Real Housewives of Somewhere versus the Housemaids. Let's see, on the CW, we have Best Christmas Movies Ever at 8 p.m., which is a great special. Next, on Freeform, We have the original Miracle on 34th Street at 7 a.m., followed by Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at 10:30, then Jingle All the Way at noon, Jingle All the Way 2 at 2, ironic. Then Home Alone at 4, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York at 6:25. And finally, on Friday, December 5th, on AMC, we have Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey at 5:30 a.m., followed by Twas the Night Before Christmas at 9:15. On Boomerang, we have the Tom and Jerry Night Before Christmas at, oof, that's early. On Disney Channel, Mickey Saves Christmas at 1:30 p.m. Let's see, on Freeform, Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas at 1:40 p.m., followed by the 2018 Grinch at 3:10. The Santa Claus, that is a good one, Elliot. Followed by the Santa Claus at 5:10 p.m., the Santa Claus 2 at 7:20, and the Santa Claus 3 The Escape Clause at 9:50 p.m. if you're up that late. And on NBC, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 8 p.m. And that is this week's Christmas special roundup. Be sure to let me know in the chat or in comments what special you're most looking forward to this week. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets to a future episode for this week's shoutouts. Make sure you guys check out my buddy Mike at the Park Night. He does great vlogs from the parks. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Princess and the Bear. They do great food blogs from the parks. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Tanya, aka That Crazy Disney Lady. She does great live streams from the parks all the time. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Nate, aka Paging Mr. Morrow. He does great vlogs from the parks as well. Definitely check him out as well. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.